Happy New Year. It is now 2026 and I am back in Bali after traveling to the US for the holidays. I was there for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and honestly, it was really a great trip. It was nice to see my friends and family, as well as take care of some business that I needed to take care of while I was there. It was really a fun and productive / effective trip. But I must admit, it feels great to be back in Bali. And as you can see by my surroundings, I am on my normal sunset beach walk. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about my travels heading back to Bali. A bit of an interesting story. Let's get into it. So basically, I left the US a few days after Christmas because I wanted to arrive back in Bali to celebrate New Year's Eve here. And I had 3 flights, over 30 hours of travel, including layovers. After arriving in Bali and going through customs and everything, I went to pick up my luggage, and I was waiting for an extremely long period of time. And to be fair, I've waited for a long time to get my luggage before in Bali for multiple reasons. It could be the amount of time it takes them to get the luggage off of the plane or whatever. So I wasn't too shocked that I had to wait, but this time it was taking an extremely long time, to the point where the carousel just stopped spinning and no luggage was coming off. Then I spoke with someone at the airport who told me that there was an area that they were housing oversized luggage. So I was hoping that my luggage was going to be there. Basically, long story short, I found out that my luggage was not there. She researched and figured out that my bags had not been put on the plane to Bali. I was shocked. So I travel extensively, and thus far, prior to this, I haven't had any experience with my bags being lost or not put on the plane or anything weird like that. So this was foreign territory to me. Obviously, I understand that these things happen, but again, I was just shocked. So she told me that my bags were going to be delivered to my residence the next day. Once I actually got settled, I contacted the airline, and I discovered that my bags actually didn't even leave the US. After my first flight, when I was on the plane heading to Hong Kong, which was about a 15-hour flight, there was a delay because they told us that they had to remove some cargo from the plane because we were going to be flying into some bad weather. And I totally understand this. Obviously, your safety is of the utmost importance, but they said cargo because they probably didn't want to alarm us by telling us that they were going to be taking some passengers' bags off the plane. What they could have done, and what I would have least expected, is to send me an email and let me know that my bags were taken off of the plane. That way I would have and could have avoided waiting for 35 to 45 minutes for my bags to come off of the plane, and they weren't going to because they weren't even on the plane. So this is a major US airline. I would expect better customer service for them, but I digress. Long story short, my bags were delivered the next day, but I will not be flying that airline again. They were very nonchalant about the whole thing when I called, and I even asked about what they were going to do to compensate me for this inconvenience. I had 2 checked bags, which had all of my clothes, personals, everything. Thank God, because I've been living in Bali, I did have things that were here, but there were some things that I didn't have that I had to go out shopping for on New Year's Eve. I had been traveling for 30 plus hours, and I arrived in Bali the morning of New Year's Eve. I was planning on taking a nap and getting ready to head out that night to celebrate. Didn't think that I would have to go shopping for things that I didn't have and so forth. It was crazy, but things happen. I'm the type of person where I really appreciate good customer service, and if I experience bad customer service, I just will not patronize that business. And this is an airline that I do not plan on flying again with because of the way that they handled the situation. So that's a lesson. If you don't like something and you can change it, change it. Don't complain. Actually do something about it. Do not waste your time and your energy complaining about things that are in your control. There are so many things in this life that are not in our control, but the things that we can control, i.e. patronizing a business or people that we decide to get in relationship with, whether that be friendship, romantically, that is in our control. We can say yes, we can say no. We have the authority and the power to make changes in the areas that we want to make changes in. We do not have to accept everything that's thrown at us. We can say no. Don't be a person that's always complaining, but not making any changes. Control the things that you can control, the things that are out of your control. Pray about it, give it to God, ask Him to direct you in what to do. Ask for clarity, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and I believe that He'll order your steps. But the things that you can control, again, make changes. Do what you need to do in order to reposition yourself to have a better or different outcome. Once I got that settled and actually was able to go out in Bali on New Year's Eve, I had an amazing time. Bali is an awesome place to celebrate New Year's Eve. When I tell you that there were people setting off fireworks all day long, especially at midnight, and I'm going to insert some clips of my time on New Year's Eve in Bali.
Happy New Year! Woo, Happy New Year!
As you saw, there were so many people setting off fireworks. Everyone was driving down the street, beeping their horns, saying Happy New Year. Everyone was in a really great mood. The weather was great. It actually started drizzling a little bit after midnight, which is perfect because everyone was kind of like leaving the beach and it was really nice. Even in the rain, everyone was still in a good mood. And if you don't know, this is actually rainy season. So it was great that it didn't rain all day and it just drizzled a little after or rained a little after midnight. So people could actually celebrate the day and not worry about being soaking wet. And it was a great time. I honestly have no complaints, even with all the baggage drama that made up for the experience that I had celebrating New Year's Eve my first time here in Bali. Great time. Since being back in Bali, I really have been getting back in my routine. As I mentioned before, I train 5 days a week. So I know a lot of people don't like setting New Year's resolutions, and the statistics are extremely high for the percentage of people who actually set resolutions, who I think is by somewhere in January. It's the first month where people just totally abandon those resolutions. So for that reason, a lot of people just don't set them. But I kind of have a different perspective. I actually really love New Year's Eve because I think it's a great time to reflect on your year and to set new goals and intentions for the upcoming year. And I think if you look at it as a way of kind of setting lifestyle goals as opposed to resolutions, then you will actually be able to achieve them and stick with them. Look at it as what the lifestyle changes that you would like to make for the year are, and set those goals. In some of my previous videos, I talked about how actually to set appropriate goals and how to make sure that you achieve them. So go check out some of my old videos if you haven't. I'm not going to get too much into that right now, but don't look at it as if you're setting a resolution that you're not going to keep, because you're setting yourself up for failure. If that's what you think that you're going to do, then you're not going to do it. Look at it as a lifestyle goal for the year or beyond the year. But didn't want to make this a super long video. I know I say that all the time. As I said, I'm laughing because I say that a lot. Just wanted to check in. It's the beginning of the year. Wanted to say hello to my YouTube family. And I really want to grow the family this year, the community. I want to build it. I want to connect with entrepreneurs, with creators, and really create a community of thriving people. Share this video with someone who is an entrepreneur, who is a creator, and let's grow together. It's a process. I do not know everything. There are things that I'm learning, and if I can help you out by sharing my life experiences with you, or vice versa, if there's something that I say that resonates with you, or that you have an opinion about, whether it be a difference in opinion, or if you share the same opinion, comment below. I pray that your 2026 is another year of blessings and prosperity in every area of your life. I really want you to be successful, and I also pray that this is a year of less talk and more action. So let's put it in the work and make 2026 the best year thus far.